Okay, now we're good. All right, so dude, introduce yourself. Why are we doing this podcast here at fucking 11:30? I woke up in the hospital today, was so fucking hungover, and this stupid fucking liberal bitch calls the fucking ambulance because I think she was like, this guy's having too much fun, and I'm like, I'm a liberal bitch, and I kind of fucking hate my life, so I want to make sure he can't have as much fun either.
Shit.
And speak about like, imagine like there's like a fist, like 4 fingers between the mic and then your face.
That would be the distance.
4 fingers? No. Nigga, that was like fucking 10, that was like 20 fingers. 4 fingers is like right here.
Right
Like,
here.
go like this. Literally, bro, go like this to the mic. Yeah, nice. Yeah, there you go. Dudes, why don't we start off with this? Yeah. I'm never going to let any of the guests fucking talk. But why don't we, so how did we meet? Why don't we talk about that one?
How did we meet?
It's actually been a while.
I should probably introduce myself first, right?
Yeah, okay, introduce yourself.
So my name is Jan Ishakov, but actually most people, they know me as Ace.
Yeah.
I own a barbershop in North Scottsdale called HQ, Headquarters Barbershop.
Yeah.
And so this guy cut his hair. How did I meet him?
Sorry to interrupt. I did a good job of displaying his work, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's due for another haircut, but.
No, but it grows well, which is really
does grow
incredible
really
because
nice.
most haircuts I've ever had, it never, like, I know I can rock this longer if I wanted to. If I wanted the size longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think I met you at the smoke shop in the same plaza, right? Haas's? Is that what it was?
Bro, no, you want to know how we really met? So I sell like ammo on tax swap, right? I still do to this day. And it was a post. This guy was like, yeah, like I'm interested in like buying ammo from you. So, dude, this is fucking insane when you think about it. Like nothing happens by accident.
Right.
So this guy reaches out to me to buy ammo, and he's like, yeah, bro, like I work at this smoke shop. And I'm like, oh, okay, like interesting. Ends up being the smoke shop in the same shopping center as Ace's barber shop. Then it was kind of, it was later at night, and I think you were wrapping up. You always say bye to your neighbors, right? You just moved in.
Yeah, he was new. I was
moved in?
already here. So, I was just coming by to say hello or goodbye. And at that time, you were in there. And I think Haas just introduced me, and we all
This
just
guy,
started
his name is
talking.
Hassan.
Hassan.
We call him Haas, yeah.
Yeah. And he introduced the two of us, and then at the time I was getting more. So what was funny is that I was actually getting more and more into ammo and guns and myself.
Yeah.
And I come in, and there's a guy there, Francis, that literally that's like his job. He sells ammo. He knows about guns. And
Dude, this had to be my first couple weeks in Arizona.
yeah, it was just
here.
crazy timing. And then he was also looking for a barber, and then I was looking for connections with guns and
I
ammunition.
remember Isaiah he was like, yeah, hit me, bro. I got you. Then I was like, yeah, I'll go to the other
Well,
guy.
I think you were like, I want to go to the owner. And
Isaiah works here now.
Yeah, I have one of my barbers is Isaiah. So like what ended up happening is we talked for a while. Actually, we talked over there. We went over a bunch of stuff, and then you were like, "Oh, I'm actually gonna make an appointment." And
We clicked pretty quickly too.
A lot of people just say that, but like you were like on top of it.
Yeah.
And then like I think literally next day you like pulled up, and we
I
just
did,
hit
yeah.
it off, and then I ended up buying like
He bought
15,
Ace bought
20
a fuck ton of ammo
from you. And
I was like, oh wow.
and then
this is
after
crazy.
that. Dude, we went to In and Out a couple times, this and that, and just
I remember. Did you immediately invited me to your first team meeting? So Ace has these things, team meetings, right? I don't know if you still have them.
Did I invite you? Why did I invite you to a
Top
team
Golf.
meeting?
I don't know.
It was we were gonna like go over some. It wasn't like an official team meeting. It was more like the team. It was like doing stuff outside of, like, it's cool being at work together all the time, but it's cool to also do things outside of the business, like
100%.
bonding with the team outside of the business.
Yeah.
So
Now
I
we
was
don't
like,
believe in that shit. Fuck that.
Well, it works, but it's gotta be done right. And so I mean, we were having something at like Top Golf get together, and anyone's welcome. I'm a kind of guy that's like the more the merrier. Like if you're good people, come through. So, and you pulled through, and we've done a lot of cool events ever since, and we've
done a lot.
It's been great, and then now you're a recurring client, and we still go out. I mean, we went
so
out to lunch
cliche.
today. I mean,
yeah. Dude, we do a lot together, and we clicked on like music as well. Like we have like a lot of. They
We've
say
gone to
like you
raves
get along
together.
with people when you like the same music. We like the exact same music. Like that's how you can tell if you're gonna get along with someone or not.
It was funny.
We do. Wow. What?
The other day, remember when we were at we
went to. It really is. I can feel it springs. Like there's a hole in the middle or some shit.
It's all that weight, bro. We went to check out that place, Putt Shack. Actually, we were supposed to go with Haas, and that same night we ended up going
rizzing the fuck up out of that.
Dude, remember we ended up going to where all the cockroaches were? Dude, it was rough. Culinary Dropout. Remember?
Yeah, no, but it was all over the quarter. So there's this place here called Scottsdale Quarter. It's very like high end and bougie.
Yeah, like it's in Kierland. It's the nicest.
Scottsdale's fucking nuts, guys.
Yeah, a lot of cockroaches. Did you remember the baby cockroach that was on top of the table, like in the outdoor seating area?
I can't believe this, guys.
It was insane. Like, and the
massive
smell,
cockroaches at these expensive restaurants. Like, what the?
It reeked in that area too.
Dude,
like,
I can't get over that, bro. It smelled like shit.
It was rough.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Dude, like you can't like here's my thing, then we'll get into like some deeper conversation. But dude, these restaurants, right? They're so like we have really some of the nicest, we're really blessed here. Some of the nicest restaurants ever. Tons of money are put into these establishments, the place like the Quarter, it's like a shopping center-ish kind of. And then in my head I'm like, dude, you guys can't just like spray the whole place. Like so you don't have cockroaches.
I don't know what that was all about.
Terrible,
have you been there
like,
since?
These were like nuclear cockroaches. They were massive.
Yeah, and it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you been since?
No.
Yeah.
Dude, that girl and we were supposed to do that girl. The minute a girl starts talking about her ex, that should be a number one like red flag. It's like, dude,
when you first meet them too.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even? Why
she was
that
crazy.
She probably just isn't over him. Right?
She was the first girl where I was like, I think like she was so. I got such a crazy vibe in the back, even though I was like, the game. I was spending some good game with her. That I was like, I don't know if I want to ask her to come over to my house because I don't know. I don't want her to have.
Are you talking about the like really small petite girl we met at Putt Shack?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was crazy, like, bro. Where is she from? Like, she's Romanian.
She's like
Romanian or Ukrainian or something.
Yeah.
Dude, she's, I told you, I was like, dude, she's literally insane.
She's insane.
She's insane. And then we still ended up going to, she's like, you should meet up, like, I'm leaving work. You should come meet me at the bar. I'm going to this bar.
We went into Putt Shack. I ended up going
like
on a date
home
with
for
this
me.
girl
So I was
from
like,
Putt
yeah,
Shack.
I was like, fuck it, let's go. We go there and
Yeah.
like, I don't know, dude. We hung out with her for like, what, 5-10 minutes? And I was just like, I can't. And then I had a headache
You
too.
dipped out.
I had to get fucking Excedrin from the bartender.
I know. Bartender, I go to the bartender. I'm like, yo, dude, my friend has a really bad headache. Do you have like, because I'm like, dude, you guys are all alcoholics. You guys are all drinking all the time. You have to, that's like a starter pack to go work at a bar. You go to work, you bring fucking ibuprofen or some sort of headache thing. Because they must have headaches all the time, especially loud music and shit.
Yeah, I was like, what is this shit?
Yeah, it was so sketchy. I just handed it
like, I actually didn't even end up taking that Excedrin. I actually was like, as I was walking out, I was just like, and I just threw it out the trash.
Oh, really?
I just didn't feel
now
like...
we find out. I worked so hard. I fucking tipped this stupid fucking guy $25 just so he'd give me that pill.
No, you didn't.
I think I did.
No, you didn't.
I think I did, actually.
Did you actually? Now you make me feel bad.
No, I did tip him like really well.
For what? What'd you even get? What did we...
We're going to talk about tipping soon here. What? Oh, I was like, just give me some random drinks. So I got that bitch a fucking Patron shot. Yuck. I can't even think of alcohol.
Wasn't she just having like a beer?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that you stuck around that for
I know.
I feel like that was just like, why are we...
Yeah.
I don't know. You and then you ended up...
You know what really
night,
turned me off?
Like, she's fucking crazy. You were right.
Yeah. What turned me off was when I saw her Instagram, the weird faces she would make.
Well,
it was very weird.
I
unfollowed that.
What's really odd to me is that like she's literally posting, and it's like you do you. It's your account, right? I'm just watching, but like literally every day there's about 15 selfies or pictures of her.
Yeah, that shit was
like
weird.
her body or like, and it's so weird because it's like half of the pictures of her with makeup, half are without makeup, and it's like, oh, no makeup today, or no this, or oh, the sun got me, oh this, and it's like
she was so thirsty on her Instagram.
How do you like?
And getting
I don't know anybody that posts.
Was
that
it really?
many selfies
like,
every day?
Like
what?
On
literally,
her
if
post?
I go on her Instagram right now, like it's literally you can look. There's literally probably like 15.
Wait, show me this.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Like it's
my
probably,
phones are all tied up right
What's
now.
her name again? I don't even remember.
Adriana.
Something with an A, right?
Adriana. What is that thing? If her name's in a fucking A, but it's like a she's fucking crazy.
Bro, look.
Oh my god.
Ready?
What is that face though? You know what I thought? This is what I think about with a girl. I'm like, that's insane,
3, 4,
dude. That's
5,
insane. Guys,
6,
it's all like selfie
7,
pictures, like
8,
and she's doing a weird face.
9, 10. Am I allowed to show this to the camera?
Show it to the camera, dude.
11.
Wow. See, okay, that one.
12.
But you know what really turned me off? She's
13,
like, I have Crohn's disease.
14,
I was like, bitch, I don't want.
15, 16.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
and she's not replying to my text, dude. I'm fucking definitely the best guy
I
she'll
said
come
15.
across.
That was 16. Literally nailed it.
It's fucking crazy.
It's every day. It's like a spam of just
I thought that was
selfies, body
exaggeration.
pictures. This, which is like, yo, it's your social media. You do.
No,
whatever
what do
you
you think
want.
of
But
girls like that though? So there's girls that are like Instagram, like Instagrammy, but they do it tastefully, you know.
Absolutely, but I just don't. I think that was a conversation I was having with my client, right? Like what goes on in somebody's head for them to feel
For like
the need
that,
to post.
and she doesn't even get many likes. So you look at her shit.
Well,
she's
and
like desperate.
It's not even just. It's like, is it that you're just you
one
love
picture of
yourself?
their ass though. Yeah, she looked
That was
really
a nice
fun.
one. Like,
That was
are you
decent.
do you love yourself? Do you need a validation? Do you just, is that just your thing? Like, I don't think I've ever met anyone that does that. You know what I mean? Have you ever met somebody that?
No, I don't think I've met. No,
15
met no.
a day, every day, and they're not even like artistic.
What is that
They're
face?
just all
No, they're
just the
autistic,
same
if
angle. They're all like. It'll start out with no makeup, then it'll turn into makeup, and then it'll turn into a filter with a sunset, and then it turns into like
The
cleavage showing and like ass pictures. And it's this
I remember
formula.
her body was decent though. That's kind of why I was like,
Well, you
oh,
like them like really. I mean, I like them
not
too.
really
like that
tiny, but like I
it's
like
just-
upside down triangle type body. You know, small waist, the shoulders wider than the waist a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
Well,
and a nice ass.
yeah, we do like that.
Yeah.
Are you more of a? Would you say you're more of an ass guy or more of a titty guy?
Oh yeah, ass for sure.
Why ass?
Because ass, well, this is such weird logic, dude. Tits you can buy, so it's like if you don't have tits, whatever, we can just buy those. Ass
but
you
like-
can buy too, but it's not as common.
But hold on, right? Like
Starter pack Scottsdale, nose
so
job,
we're
Botox,
talking.
ass,
Let's say
lips.
natural, because like fake titties and fake ass, like even fake lips, like all of it's like it's not. It's cool to look at, but it's not fun to play with. Does that make sense? Like
cool to look.
It's aesthetically pleasing to look
tits?
at. Tits, ass, all that shit that's fake. All of it looks great. But when you're actually in action with that person, like, have you ever made out with a girl with fake lips or like lip,
Oh yeah, I was doing that last night.
dude, like it just
No,
tastes
2
like
nights ago.
it tastes like it's not the taste. Like it's like
I told you I hooked up with the bottle girl from my birthday, right? Yeah, I did.
Did you actually hook up with her?
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
I did. No, not sex. When I say hook up, I mean what's your definition of hookup? Hookup is like just
Hooking
like
up.
making out and shit.
No, a
Just
hookup.
grabbing her tits. and
No,
stuff
to
like
me,
that.
hooking up is like
Sex?
your sex, yeah.
Well,
Or
what do you guys think?
or
What the
maybe
fuck?
like
hooking
maybe
up to me
like,
is always, yeah, we hooked up.
like having
sex is we fuck.
A makeout is a makeout. Like I guess like even if you got like maybe like a blowjob, I guess that would be considered like a hookup, right? Like you guys exchanged. Like, and you know what's funny is like
Fluids?
sex these days is like I feel like anything sexual is a transaction. It's all transactional these days. Like everything is just an exchange, right? That's it. That's what it is. And I don't even remember where I was going with that, but
yeah, no, we'll get.
But
into
yeah,
that, too.
like
we'll
so
get fucking
back
deep
what I
on
was
these
saying.
niggas.
Back what I was saying, like, let's just go backtrack all the way, right? Like, ass or tits, natural. What do you prefer? You say ass, right? Why?
That's harder. Well, fuck, dude. Tits you're born with.
I have
ass
a good
can
answer for you.
work
For
on
me,
it.
you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
go.
so like,
This is it. We've
I
never
would say
talked
I'm
about this.
I would
This is
say
crazy.
I would say I'm more of an ass guy, and the reason is because look,
Well, we're on the same.
here's
page,
the
yeah.
logic behind it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if a girl with a fat ass and flat, like literally mosquito bites, bro, nothing, just looks flat chested, but a perfect ass, and
Yeah.
you're hooking up with her, like, yo, like that's beautiful, right? Like you hit from
It
the
kinda
back,
is,
like
yeah.
there's options. It's great.
Do you
Now,
know big tits also take away? sorry, from the ass.
Well, that
does.
Well, for
If
sure.
you want your ass to show more, then
Yeah, but
Maybe
like if
reduce
now if a
this.
girl had like your
That's what
imagination
chest-
of like perfect titties, let's say double D's, right? Like let's say that's like the perfect ideal titty size, or even just like just whatever you consider like
Why did that
perfect,
hurt? I
right?
went like this
But
in my
she's
chest.
flat. She has a flat ass, like fucking flapjacks, dude. Like that's it. Almost feels like you're gonna break them. You know what I mean? Like it's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not appealing.
break.
I
Wait,
just
did
look
you
at-
say you're gonna break the fake tits?
No. I'm
Like,
just
they're gonna
saying, like,
explode?
if you take full side, like
Because
both
yeah, you
sides
feel
of
the
the full
bag, and
spectrum.
it's like, yeah, that shit's gonna break.
If you take both sides of the full spectrum, like perfect, like you only get one of the two on this end and one of the two on that end, which one would you take? I'd take ass all day.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's kind of where that's where I
take
draw the
ass because
conclusion.
that's something that shows me you have work ethic to build. If you have like a really nice ass.
Some people,
the gym.
some women are just fucking born with fucking
Yeah, but then it
dump
doesn't
trucks,
feel like
man.
it's not firm enough. So I feel like if you have a nice ass, that means you've put in the work. Tits can be bought, so it's all good. You know, I can't fault somebody if they're born with no tits. It's like, dude, that's out of their control. I can fault you for being a fat fuck, though.
Oh yeah, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Get up, don't be lazy. Go do something, move your body.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So let's also talk about that, dude. So now let's talk about
like fitness.
The health and fitness. So when I met you, you were like, fucking what, 45 pounds overweight, bro? You lost like.
No, I was skinny, bro.
No. You remember you started intermittent fasting because of me, so I made him start intermittent fasting.
I wasn't 40 pounds. What are you talking?
Bro, you lost like 30 pounds. You lost something crazy.
So
you went down to like 145. Remember, bro?
No,
bro, you were like 180 and you went down to 145.
Oh yeah, it was.
Bro, isn't that crazy?
It was 180.
You lost like 30.
I was 178 actually. And
it's the power of good people in your circle.
I ended up, and because I'm like basically 6 feet, it didn't look crazy on me. But when I had my shirt off, like I wasn't.
No, it looked like shit.
Yeah. I didn't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So eventually,
you actually recompositioned your body a little bit.
Yeah, I lost the weight. I started working out. I started eating better, making better choices every day, and now I'm like at 100, and I'm bulking right now. But I went all the way down to like 150, 155.
I swear.
And then I bulked back up. And right now at 170, 172.
You were getting close in weight to me. I was like, yeah, I'm 139.
Yeah, but it got to a point to where I was like ultra skinny. And so I want to build strength and muscle. So I started
you can't build muscle on that type of.
Yeah, and it looked cool. It was great. But now it's
you were
like,
doing 20-hour fasts every day, like easy. You were fasting for a minute.
I was able to fast. I started out fasting 12, was it 14 hours? You're supposed to do.
I feel like you went straight into fucking like.
But then I started doing 16. I doing 18. But the thing is, it wasn't even intentional half the time because my job is demanding, right? Like I'm working, and if I don't take a lunch break, then I'll be working from. I don't have breakfast, so I'll start at let's say 9, 10 o'clock, right? You go all the way until 7 o'clock at night. At 8 o'clock, you get out of here. You go to the gym. Like, when are you gonna have time to eat? Ends up being 18, 20 hour. Fast.
Do you eat breakfast now or no?
Now I eat breakfast because I'm bulking. So every morning, you know what I have for breakfast?
Yeah. What?
I have 6 eggs and 2 English muffins with a cup of protein milk.
Wait, 6? And how much do you weigh right now?
172.
Oh, dang, dude. You gained 20-something pounds?
Since my lowest low?
Your lowest? Fuck.
And I look great.
Yeah, you don't look like you did.
I don't look like I gained. Well, it's because I put on a lot of muscle and I like.
Fat redistribution is different too. Once you lose weight, your fat will distribute better.
I just want to gain like another 3-4 pounds, and once I'm happy at that point, like I'm just gonna start cutting, and then I don't want to start cutting yet because it's the winter. We're going into the winter. I'd rather kind of like get through the winter with a little extra love.
Everybody is gonna have to let go of the abs a little bit at one point. I don't say you have to. You could do a lean bulk properly. I don't want to say you're doing a dirty bulk, but it's like I hate it. I don't like losing the abs. That's what keeps me from fucking bulking. Even though now I lost the abs after 2 days of drinking. I retained so much water, but.
Well, if I flex, I'll see my abs.
Really?
If I don't flex, they're not as, but I'm also bulking. But I don't mind that because I know that like all it takes is a little bit of love and you're back there. I mean, it just takes time, effort and consistency. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is really dieting is the biggest thing. Like, as long as you're not sitting at a desk all day and you're at least moving somewhat, and you
have to do something that challenges you every day, guys. And that's what I believe in. And you also have to do something physical. I don't know how people
outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, like so let's say, and this is like something I really came to realize like recently. It's like if going to the gym to you is not challenging, let's say lifting weights. That's not challenging. It doesn't require much like mental strength from you. Then you have to add in something every day where it's challenging to yourself. Like every day I do something that challenges me. So typically what I find challenging is staying on the fucking grueling Stairmaster for 30 minutes to an hour. And I'll do that just because I find it challenging. The weights part is easy. It's enjoyable. It's nice getting a pump. So that's a big thing that you guys should honestly do. It's do something that challenges you every day. And if working out isn't challenging for you, then maybe it's fucking reading a book or something or working on business. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a big one. So that's what I believe in. And I mean, most people will find it challenging to go to the gym. Most people don't even want to make the fucking 15-minute drive. You have to. One of the best rebellions in this world and corrupt country we live in is being healthy. That's what I just really believe.
I see a lot of people that get to the gym and just sit in the car.
I know. I hate
they're
that.
Just like, they're talking themselves into going. But really,
sometimes
like the longer the longer time you spend in there trying to get yourself to do it, the less the more likely you're gonna.
You just have to.
You just need to like park the car, get the fuck out, Put your headphones on and just go. Just send it.
I fucking did it. I was like, shit, I'm getting kind of hot. I have all these carbs.
I can turn it down a bit too.
Huh?
I can turn it down a little more if you want.
What do you have it at, 77?
Oh yeah, because it was getting a little chilly earlier, so I was like, I'm gonna.
It's because so I obviously don't eat much often, but like when I do, so I had like in and out, like I'll literally get warm and vascular and all this shit.
It's not good. Like you need to start eating, dude.
I know, guys. I eat typically. I eat maximum twice a day, and I do at least a 20-hour fast every day. I think. Oh no, I would say at least 18. I do at least 18-hour fast. But dude,
fasting is great.
That's
why it's fucking great. But
I
the
have
thing
been
is, you're not
fasting
getting
since
your
I was
calories.
literally in elementary
You're just
school.
not getting your calories in, but
No,
like you're
I'm
not
not.
getting enough calories in by the end of the day. That's the issue, right?
No, there's no way. No. That's why I've been the same size. It's like, well, I mean, I was once 200-pound, guys. 200 pounds. Now I'm like 143.
I think you'd feel better if you were like 150.
Oh, dude, if I was like a lean 150, that would be gnarly.
Dude, you'd feel great.
Yeah.
You'd have all this energy and power.
I just
and
gotta
right
get the
now, every time
shoulder
I see
fix.
you look like you're dehydrated,
Do I
and
really?
you also look like
drink a
you
lot of
haven't
water.
eaten for 2 days, and
Really?
you're also telling me that you're hungry every time. It's not good. You need to eat.
That's true.
You stopped eating your fucking cookies, so you need to do something. Just have like.
I don't eat cookies anymore.
I know. So what are you eating? You know what I mean?
I know. No, dude. Okay, I'll tell you. It's actually very fucking OCD. So here's typically a normal day of eating. So I'll work out, right? I'll go to Whole Foods, get my plant-based chocolate bar, which is actually all like, it's none of that bullshit plant-based stuff. It's like real healthy stuff like cacao and whatever. Then I'll break my fast with that. That's 366 calories. Then after that, I'll have a fruit bowl, so apples and blueberries drizzled with cinnamon and honey. And then after that, I'll have a packet of cauliflower rice, asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. That's actually what I've been eating recently. That's my whole day of eating. And then adding like 2 more apples.
Okay, so what is that, like under 1,000 calories?
Oh, that has to be. That's like, so recently
it's not
I've been
even
doing
1,000
that.
calories. Where's
and
your
I'm not
protein?
getting, exactly, I'm not getting my protein. And so recently I've been getting hit with like these crazy fucking cravings. And I was like, I was just thinking about this on the way here. I was like, I haven't had these crazy cravings because I've been eating more, but it's definitely my body telling me, okay, we're deficient in calories, and I'm doing obviously cardio on top of this, doing a fuck ton of cardio, and yeah, we're deficient in calories and protein, I think, because I'm not staying full long enough.
Yeah, you don't have enough. The food you're eating isn't satiating.
Because I've been trying to I've been trying not to eat meat, but the not eating, just because, dude, we saw that video. The meat is trash, guys. All right, let's talk about this. The fucking food industry is insanely corrupt. Like, guys, the most of the meat that we're eating, unfortunately, like this Domino's crap meat, fuck, that was pork. God damn it. I just realized that. Shit. I'm not Muslim.
You can't get away from it.
Like,
these
bro,
days.
this is the
in America,
worst meat ever.
In America, like food is processed. Like I think they even say that people that immigrate here from other countries, like their bodies have to adapt to like the processed food.
Sure, their fucking gut is just, and I honestly am interested in knowing how many people watching actually have some sort of digestive issues, gut issues. I want to say it's like, you don't hear it often.
Most people do.
I think it's like 90-something.
And even if it's not like
maybe it's
something
not IBS
that hurts,
or Crohn's.
it could be a lot of people have inflammation.
Yeah, in the gut.
And that's probably from like the
root of all disease.
Not
is
just processed food, but the inflammation you get from is the like all the fried food and the omega-6s and the super inflammatory for your body.
Yeah,
like,
because it's
all the fried, the canola oils, the seed oil, all the seed oils.
The seed oils are
awful. Like those just.
I just found out about that recently, dude.
Terrible.
I'm pretty well versed on like most of my stuff, like when it comes to food, but
I don't do any seed oils, dude.
Really?
No, the only time I'll ever have
What
that in my
about,
body
like,
is if I'm
avocado
at a
oil?
restaurant and they made it with that seed oil and I can't control that. But if you go to decent restaurants, I don't know if you guys knew this, but like, you can actually like, when I say decent restaurant, I'm not talking to like
Hillstone?
like somewhere where it's like $2-3 signs or more. Usually you can
$3 signs
tell them
or more,
like,
I feel like.
hey, look, I have. You first of all, you can ask them how they cook it, and they have to tell you by law because you can have an allergic reaction.
Oh,
so they have to tell you by law. So if you find out that they're cooking with an oil that you don't like, and you don't want to make it sound like you're being like a Karen, you could just be like, hey, look, I'm allergic to this type of a seed oil. Could you do it with this type of oil instead? And they're most likely they will have an option for you. Yeah,
that makes sense. The restaurant probably has fucking like 20 different.
Exactly, and so they'll accommodate you because that's their whole thing is service, right? So there's ways to get around it all. I think the best way to do it is what I've been talking about for years. You've even heard this, right? Like what I'd like to do ideally is, let's say you get a house and you have a couple friends that live there. You guys go in on a chef, personal chef. Maybe they cook 2 meals a day for you.
You know they're not that expensive.
They're not expensive at all.
Not expensive
But
at
the
all.
thing is if you have
My
2 or
friend
3
has
people,
one.
you can split it, and then it becomes so much cheaper. And then it's actually cheaper than going out, and
they make bomb ass food.
They're making good food, and they're making it to your macros, to your protein, to your this, to that. Like it's perfect, customized to you, everyday fresh, whatever you want. Like it's just I think it's the best way to go about it for sure. Am I doing this?
Hey, you got me thinking. I know. I was like, no. I was checking myself. 4 fingers away from the mic. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
my
would be
friend's
awesome.
personal chef made me like her homemade ice cream. It was I'm usually lactose intolerant, right? No fucking issues with her homemade ice cream.
Really?
Yeah, it was
It's probably
made really
because
well.
it was all probably like.
Also, there's a certain type of milk I hear. It's an A2 milk, which actually agrees with most people's gut. I hear. It's something like that. It's A2. I don't know. I just stay away from milk.
Well, you're
completely.
lactose intolerant, so it's important for you to. I don't really have.
What do you think about fucking milk? Like about drinking milk?
I don't know too much about that. I mean, I hear a lot of crazy things about it. I hear that our bodies aren't supposed to process it and to break it down.
Yeah.
I personally don't really have any issues with milk, except for sometimes
Like
I've
you
noticed
like issues like with milk.
I've noticed that I get heartburn a lot of the times. And when I started incorporating milk in my diet recently because of the bulking, I started getting more heartburn. But I've also been eating a lot more foods than I normally eat, different types of foods. So
You know what? Yeah.
I don't know if it's the dairy, I don't know if it's what it is, but
It's just too much. I think it might be too much volume of food because you know what heartburn is, right? There's that shit.
it's acid reflux is what I have.
Yeah, so it's this flap that's supposed to stay closed, right? But when you're too impacted with like literally shit and also in your stomach is too full, too much food, it'll open that flap and the acid will get past this. I don't know how to explain it, but let's just say this is your stomach and here's all the
Overfills.
acids. Yeah, and it's all the shit is pushing into it, and also that's why losing weight usually gets rid of it, is because you're eating less. Pushing into it opens the flap, and then you get the acid coming up. So it usually is just saying, okay, we're eating a little bit too much. It's just something that, like with the volume of food and also type of food too.
Well,
That also
it makes sense because the days like when I really started going into the bulking, it was like, all right, eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner, and then after my dinner, I would have a protein shake that would be like another 1,000 calories after I'd already eaten a full dinner. Like I'm
it's
full.
just too much.
So
it's the volume. The volume is too much.
I'd go to sleep bloated, and that was when my heartburn was getting really bad. And then
This is
when
recently again?
So when I went to New York, I caught some type of bug, lost a bunch of weight.
Lost your heartburn.
Couldn't eat. Yeah, well, that was New York was
Yeah,
crazy.
but you lost your heartburn, I bet.
My what?
You lost your heartburn, I bet, because you weren't eating.
Oh, I thought you said lost my heart.
Oh, no,
I was
no,
like, what
no.
do you mean?
Oh, yeah, no, we can get into that later.
I did fall in love out there, but
Yeah, we'll fucking
that
dive
was a
into
crazy
too,
story.
yeah.
Yeah, so my heartburn was getting really bad, and then when I went to New York, I'd caught some type of bug, like I had no appetite, started losing a bunch of weight, lost like 12 pounds, 10 pounds.
Did the heartburn go away?
And the heartburn was still bad.
Fuck.
But here's the key thing.
It's like, I wanna be
Since then,
right.
I've had no motivation to eat as much as I was. So now I've been eating more of a
You
maintenance.
lost a little weight, bro.
Oh, I've lost weight, bro.
Like what? 6 pounds?
No, I've only put on 2 or 3 pounds since I got back. I've been doing maintenance
overall,
and slow
since
bulking.
before New York, you've lost like 6 pounds. Yeah.
No, before New York, I gained 15 pounds. My bulk, I gained a lot of weight quick. I gained a lot because I was eating like 3,500 plus calories a day, which is a lot. But now I'm eating just like a little bit over my goal, and
What are you eating?
and
like
it's
25, 26?
I've been trying to hit 2,800 calories, 25 to 2,800 calories a day, and that's not really enough. But I feel so much better, and I've been gaining at a lower rate, and my abs are back, and my heartburn is down. So it's like I'm just
See, it's
I'm just
volume
gonna
of
slow
food, so I was
bulk.
wrong.
I'm gonna slow bulk into the winter, and then taper off. Because I just feel like my body can handle it a lot better, and it's just
Dude,
food is like
this
eating
is-
food isn't a chore anymore.
Yeah, no, when I was up to 200, bro, like literally, I remember one day specifically. It's so crazy because this was like 10 years ago. Damn, bro, this is almost 10 years ago. One day, I went to Chipotle. My meal was always quadruple rice. It was insane. Quadruple rice, double meat, fucking everything, sour cream cheese, all that shit. And it did 2 of those bowls like that. So I went to Chipotle. I remember
Same day or like
same
2 of them?
It was like back like
You ate 2 back to back.
I went to Chipotle, had that fucking quadruple rice.
You had 2
double
bowls
meat.
of that.
2 bowls of that
Back
back
to
to
back.
back. Then after that, I swear to God, I can't make this up. I went to Five Guys and had a fries, and obviously they double the patties and shit. Five Guys is a lot of food. They're regular fries, then they dump.
There's no
Those niggas put like fucking,
There's
triple
no
the fries.
way you did that.
Yeah.
Because like I eat a
I
lot. and I can't even imagine that.
No, I can eat a lot. People that actually know me, dude, you know I can eat a lot, right?
I mean, I've seen us go out and like,
I can throw down.
You definitely you always catch up with me. But the thing is with you is you don't fucking eat for 3-4 days, and then you you know what I mean.
I don't eat every Wednesday, Thursday, but then I.
But you've always been able to keep up with me, and that's been cool because there's never really like
there's not many people.
There's really never food left over with us.
Yeah,
like,
I can
eat
go
everything,
ham, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, we've ordered for 4, 5, 6 people before.
Bro, I had 2 cheeseburgers, animal style In-N-Out before this, and animal style fries.
Oh, so you did order more food. That's probably why it took you longer. I'm glad you did though, because you really.
And I can still like pound down that pizza, but I don't want to. I don't know. Maybe
it's so shitty because you had the alcohol thing where you got wiped, and then you had.
I probably threw everything.
You had burgers, right, and then. Which is unhealthy with fries, unhealthy with pizza, unhealthy. Yeah. So like
my
your body
super
is
inflamed right
you're
now.
You're gonna be having a rough next.
What I do like
no,
always,
but you were eating like healthy this morning, right? Like you're back on your routine.
No, I didn't eat anything
fruits
healthy. I had fucking nothing healthy today. I broke it with
you didn't even have water at home. That was crazy. You're like, I haven't eaten. Yeah, you need water.
I was so dehydrated. It's like, dude, these people at the hospital, they not even give me a bottle of water. They're just like, okay, he's up, get out.
Yeah, you were telling me
they were just like, we just have to take you, you know, like we just can't like not take you. They were just doing their job, honestly. But anyways, dude, like so back to the fucking food industry. Like guys, like food is like insane. Like 95% of the stuff that's like literally running through your bloodstream, and it's really not supposed to even be there. 95% of the food that like is out right now, bro. Look at the grocery store, right? So there's 2% of it is probably actually healthy and decent for you. What is the rest? Like everything in the aisles, dude. Like this is, I don't know. This is something I'm really realizing. Like we've gotten too far away from natural. Like I don't think we should be putting in anything in our bodies that truly isn't natural to where we can just like maybe kill it or just eat it like that.
I think it's okay to have that stuff occasionally, but the problem is we've made that our main diet. Yeah, we've made the unnatural stuff the main diet.
It's like a pie, dude. Fucking, it's supposed to be this, but instead it's like.
We've flipped it.
Yeah. It's inverted.
There's no more natural or organic. Like even organic isn't organic. You can slap that label on anything these days.
I always
like
say fucking That's funny. I always say that, dude. Fucking Jeff Bezos. You think that corrupt motherfucker billionaire gives a fuck about your gut and your health? Also, another thing I always say, who's dying? Who do you know has died of old age anymore? Everyone dies of fucking cancer, some sort of heart problem. When's the last time you heard somebody? Why is that not even a thing anymore?
Dying of old age.
Yeah, before dying of old age was a thing. Now everybody dies in pain. So the quality of life has dramatically gone down. The health has dramatically gone down. Life expectancy has been extended. But dude, the years that we've been able to extend it, these people are living in pain. And the whole point that they've done this is because, okay, why don't we extend life expectancy, make maximum money out of them, milk them as much as possible.
Kill them in the process.
Taxes, and just kill them slower. So I think that's the ultimate goal here is to make life expectancy make life as long as possible, and then have people just be an absolute fucking cow that, the government and the people that run this world can just milk them.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Who dies of old age anymore,
I think they're trying to do away with pensions and all these other things too.
Dude, they're raising the Social Security age, I think.
Really?
You know how Social Security you can collect it at 65? I think they were talking about. Damn, this chair is so broken. Holy fuck! It's 70.
No, it's not broken. It's just fucking.
Well, it's just there's a big dimple in it, dude. I can't believe people sit in this shit.
It's that with the spring in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, they're killing people off. They're not letting them live to an old. So they're going to change it to what 70, 75 years old, but they kill people off by the time they hit
quality of life is shit.
So they don't even get the government doesn't have to worry about.
This is why I say one of the best rebellions is being healthy, dude. They want you unhealthy. Think about what happens. Sorry to cut you off again. I'm do this all the time. But think about what happens when you extend the life expectancy and you have everybody unhealthy. How much money do you make off them, dude? Like, dude, even like my mom is like not healthy, and like she's only like 60. I think she's like 67 or something like that, and or 65. Okay, 66. I don't want people think I don't know how old my mom is. And dude, like she hasn't slept in like 3 days, she said, and I'm like, dude, look, this is like literally proof. And doctors are giving her all these weird pills, high blood pressure medication, but then it's giving her fucking weird ass dark circles around her eyes, and then like there's always a side effect. That's why I think none of these fucking pills are natural, and we were given everything on this earth to deal with everything. every type of fucking disease. We don't need all these fucking pills and shit. We're literally given everything we need. And nobody ever talks about prevention, these doctors. It's always, okay, yeah. Once you have cancer, now let's... It's always like, just get the problem, and then, we have the solution that you can pay for from these fucking pharmacies and shit. How terrible is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a plan that's bigger than us, right? Like, those people they control everything. We're just walking numbers.
Yeah,
we're literally we're assigned a number. That's your social security number. That's what you are.
We're serialized.
We're serialized. Yeah.
I said, why are we serialized? I asked this question one time on my Instagram. Why are we serialized?
Power. I mean, it's control.
It's so you can serial numbers do what? So you can track things, right? If I serial
control.
Yeah,
it's all control.
It's fucking insane, dude. It's like, what, dude? Fuck this number. Why?
And we live in a world of control. I mean,
fucking serial numbers.
Do what's told. Do what you're told to do, and if you don't do it. Basically, here's the rules. If you don't do those things, there's going to be punishments.
For example,
if your punishment could be prison, it could be like there's rules for everything. We live in our own jail cell, even though we're free. You know what I mean? Because if you step out of line with the things that are supposed to be happening, if you step out of line, you get in trouble, right? We're not really ever free. You know, we're controlled.
Isn't that crazy that like whoever made like the world as we know it was just like another person like us?
It is crazy, but then also imagine what it would be like if we didn't have rules in place and if we didn't have like how would it look like then? Like,
dude, all we would need is to follow 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Would be fine. When you think about it,
I don't know, because like would people follow it? Like, who knows? Like, what would happen if we lived in a world where there was no rules and it was just like, oh, just be a good person? Like, what does that even mean? You know? Dude, you can't have good without bad, right? You can't have, you know what I mean? So it's like,
wait, what do you mean? What does that mean? Like, just be a good person? Like, what do you just mean by that? Like, why can't we live in a world where it's like, dude, just do unto others like that you would want done?
Because I think everyone has their own idea of what being a good person is,
because
right?
It's become like, okay, I'm gonna get to something good here.
Like, how do we know what's good? How do we know what's bad? You can't have,
but there has to be strict boundaries on like what's good and bad.
Yeah, but who enforces those things? You know what I mean? Like, how? And if you do bad things, what are the consequences? Like, what makes you?
But you definitely believe like there's for sure like a definite like definition to good and bad. Like rape, is that good or bad, or can we like?
Well, no, of course there's clear like good, all right, like this is a good thing.
This girl last night couldn't even answer. Like, so she was talking to Joe, right? And she was like, "Oh, it's all relative. Like, what's good to you might not be good for me."
Which is true.
But dude, when you get to a point where things are relevant,
but like
then that's how you end up with this shit where it's like chop off your dick. Is that like, dude?
What do they call those people?
Coaxing people to fucking masochists? Yeah, they like pain. When you're because dude, they've made a lot of people fucking like convert and do things that they regret. How many trans people fucking regret it? And they're pushing this shit. Like, dude, there has to be like a definite like fine line of like, hey, this is good, this is right, this is wrong. And I think we're getting away from where the lines are being so blurred. Minor attracted persons, right? You know they're pushing that, right? Have you heard that?
What is it?
They call them the pedophiles now. They just call them minor attracted persons.
Minor what?
Minor attracted persons.
Minor attracted persons?
Yeah, that's like the...
what does that even mean? I've never even...
You haven't heard that?
Never.
That's the nice definition of fucking pedos. That's what they're pushing. They call it now, oh yeah, this is just a minor attracted person. Take the seat, Jesus. Isn't that crazy?
I've never
So this is what happens when you don't have a definite like good and bad. There has to be boundaries. I mean, dude, when is it gonna fucking stop? Like the eroding of fucking morals and values in this country is fucking crazy. It's just totally eroding.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't know what it would be like if.
Like when do we say, okay, no, enough is enough? Like we have to draw a line here. We can't keep accepting this.
Well, I think already there's
children under 18. You can't buy cigarettes, so you can't fucking. But you can chop off your dick. Like what?
It's a twisted. Well, because the thing
is,
they're
forcing it on people.
Business.
They're pushing it to people.
It's business. It's all about money, right? Do you think they care about you or me or anyone else? They don't care about.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's all business.
Yeah, it's very definitely money driven, and also I think they want to. You can control people a lot better when you take away the family, when you take away family, when you take away morals and values, and you just say, yeah, dude, just listen to us, big daddy government, you know? You're a lot more easily controlled that way.
I just think America is one of those places where it's like, it's a capitalist country, right? So it's like fuck you, pay me. That's all it is, right? They don't care about you. They care about the money. They care about their pockets. So it's a beautiful thing about being here because you can grow and you can scale and you can have like, you can do so much for yourself. But at the same time, you're around.
Dude, if you wouldn't be making any money if you were at a barbershop in Colombia, let's say, which just wouldn't work.
I wouldn't be able to do what I've accomplished here at all if I was in a
their
different
government
country
is
for the most
so
part.
oppressive. No, guys, this is why I always say fucking. Oh, really? 12 p.m. is when it goes to bed? That's so late, bro.
That's my
His
cutoff.
phone just made the sound like it's going to
Should be
sleep.
sleeping already like 2 hours ago.
I see. But yeah, dude. So like one key thing about like notice everything that they push is actually bad for you. Anything that's canceled is good for you.
Anything that's like canceled and like
I'm on the side of the canceled.
I think it's, I don't think everything that's canceled is good for you. I think the things
lies
that
are never canceled though.
I think the stuff that's like being pushed to be canceled like hardcore and being swept under the rug, that's the shit that actually is questionable. Not everything though. You know what I mean? Like they tried really hard to cancel Andrew Tate.
I was just thinking about
that.
him. Yeah.
That to me is like, all right, what's going on?
And now Russell Brand, you heard about that one?
Russell Brand, is that the guy who
the
was like,
British accent? Yeah.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Now he's getting rape allegations.
Oh yeah, I heard
I don't
about
believe
that.
in any of this shit anymore. It's like, dude, now rape allegation is just so like.
You could just say it's.
They gotta change it up,
which is so scary because it's like, you ever been hanging out with a girl and like and most like as a guy that's
why just now I'm like, dude,
most women they enjoy some type of like pain for some reason when you're having a good time, right? Like spank me, choke me, this that. But like, dude, like men are strong. We're strong humans. Like we can easily leave a mark on women are fragile, right? So it's like you leave a mark on her, and it was like, and she wanted you to, and it was such a good time. And then maybe you had an argument the next day, and they go, hey, you know what? Like fuck this guy. I'm gonna be like, this guy raped me. I have a mark on me. Like,
is that something you think about?
Oh,
like
all the time, all the time. I feel like But as being a guy is like,
it's hard.
It's
a lot harder than being a woman.
Well, I can't say that from like experience, but like it is harder for sure. I mean, like being a woman is like in this society, you have a vagina. Like it's
easy, dude.
Doors are open for you. Whereas as a guy, is like you have to get rejected 1,000 times to get a yes, you know. And it's just how
guys are so used to rejection versus a woman. Like, dude, a random girl is like a 5 or something. If she goes up to you, it's like, yeah, let me suck your dick. You're like, all right, yeah, let's go in the alleyway here.
Yeah, it's like how often is a guy gonna say no to a girl versus the other way around, you know?
Oh yeah, and I see it all the time, especially at the club, and especially, dude, like I was just talking about this with my fucking friend. Dude, he's got it fucking set, man. It's insane, dude. The one that was hanging out with Joe Biden, dude. His dad was in Germany for Oktoberfest with Arnold, like Schwarzenegger.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe this. I just found this out today. But I was like, dude, I don't know how like these guys, like normal guys, do it. That like maybe don't have their own businesses or they're just making like, even bro, if you make $100,000 a year, I don't know, like, 'cause it's so competitive. Think about this. As a girl, you open up your phone. And now you don't know, you not only know what's going on locally, like in terms of like the guys and your options, but now you're like, oh, this guy's in fucking Dubai. He's balling out. There's Andrew Tate with like 5 Bugattis and houses everywhere and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
It raised the fucking standard for women. They're becoming so desensitized to like, now they're like, yeah, dude, if I'm attractive enough, I can, you know, if I play my cards right, go bag a guy that's fucking multi-millionaire or like a fucking celebrity or something like that. So anyways, my point is, dude, I don't know how, like, my point is now is the worst time to just be like an average Joe.
It doesn't do anything for you.
It does 100%.
Well, I think what's really shitty
maybe back in the 80s, because dude, social media. Like
social media I think social media is a beautiful tool, but we've turned it into something that's not great.
Yeah.
But I think
very powerful.
My biggest problem with women in today's day and age, especially in Scottsdale, Arizona, not only, well, we have some of the most beautiful women here, right? Which is great. But the problem is like this shit gets to their head. Like you could be 100%. Literally a walking 5, like just a 5, and like they walk around like they're a 15.
Like fucking,
you know what I mean? Like
100.
Like yeah, like what
out of 10?
Like you're.
I've seen so much rudeness. Dude.
It's like, yeah, like what's
so
going
rude.
on?
I'm like, dude, if this is the old days, it'd be like.
I'll tell you something else too, and you can attest to this, right?
I was gonna go.
Women here that are beautiful all have money.
Well, what do you mean?
They all have money.
Money how? From who?
They have somebody paying them, or they come from money. Like, they have
how many sugar
daddy.
babies?
Like,
have
how many good-looking girls have you met in Old Town that are just broke? Like,
Not
they're
one.
just, they all have some.
They're all fucking getting out of G-Wagons,
They
dude.
all, yeah, they got like their fits on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though,
Or
right?
like $10,000
they all
outfits.
have money here, and that's why they have like this like cockiness to them, right? You go to like Colombia, you'll find like homeless women.
What is it about Colombia? Everybody keeps saying
I'm
about
just
Colombia.
gonna say Colombia because I have a thing for Colombian women, and like I mean, there's some of the beautiful women in the world, but like
They really are.
any rural country, right? Like let's say Colombia, right? Like, dude, you'll just be walking by, there'll be a homeless girl, and she's a 10 out of 10, but she's just homeless. Like she's gorgeous.
I need to go out of this country.
When's the last time you saw a homeless chick here that was like anything more than a 4? You know what I mean? Like they don't exist.
No, dude, they're all
so
on
women out
fentanyl.
here that are beautiful have money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just different, and so that's why that mindset's there, where it's like,
Well, women
I
are
could say-
also acting bad in the way they are because of weak guys. Guys are like
We've
so
allowed
fine.
it.
Yeah, dude, it's all
allowed it.
honestly the guys' fault. The guys are just being pushovers and pussies. And now this woman has dealt with 10 guys who are fine with like being talked to rudely. They're fine with, being pushed over, stepped on. So now what's this woman going to do when she goes out in public, bro? She's going to have a fucking attitude. This one girl, dude, this girl fucking yesterday at fucking Diego Pops, I was just like, I was like your shirt, like this girl is saying it's the, all right. So anyways, I was talking to this girl, right? And then this girl was like, wow, I love her shirt. That like, I was like, oh, which one? She's like, oh, the green one over here. And I was like, dude, green, that shirt is as blue as fucking blue can be. So we went up to her and she's like, hey, is your shirt green or blue? And then she was like, oh, my shirt's green. And I was like, green? What? Like, get the fuck out of here. She was like a fat girl. I wasn't even trying to like hit on her. I was like, dude, green, get the fuck out of here. And she's like, don't talk to me like that. And I was like, what? I was like, dude, we just met. I was like, I just
What's
get
going
the.
on
I was,
here,
I was
right?
like, literally, like, I was like, green, like, get the fuck out of here. No way. That has to be blue, right? Like, I was being charming. I wasn't trying to hit on her because she was ugly and fat. Guess her
I wish I was
political
there for
stance
that.
though. She was a liberal, of course. And I was like, well, where are you from? Because I was like, like the way she's acting, she's definitely not from like Midwest or, she's like being rude as fuck. She's like, oh, I'm from Seattle. I'm like, oh, of course, you stupid fucking liberal bitch, rude as fuck. I don't understand women. Let's say a woman, right? And you're being rude to me, which actually doesn't happen too often. Because, also I think women can read who they can be rude to. If you carry yourself in a way, I haven't ever seen a girl be rude to you, bro. Or maybe it's happened, but not often. Versus other guys, like other fucking pussy ass guys. It doesn't happen to me often, like to where girls are rude. Like,
Yeah,
dude, when I fucking pointed at a bitch in a club, I go like this, come here. They fucking come here. But also, it's like I'm
the
perceived
demeanor,
high
it's
value
the
male.
way-
I'm in the fucking VIP section,
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like even if you're, let's say, what would be a good analogy, right? Like,
Definitely the way you
if you carry yourself in a
yourself.
certain way, and then I don't know, some dude walked up to you, ask you a question, and you look a certain way where it's like you're not someone that would be fucked with. Like they're gonna approach
I
you
think
a
you
certain
can,
way, right? Like
sense that
there's-
vibe off somebody.
Yeah, you can tell.
can
Like,
tell.
is this somebody that I can like be act in a negative way with,
Yeah.
or is it like this guy's kind of got his, you know what I mean? Like there's, but also I feel like women are. It's funny. It's either women are completely intimidated by men, or like completely like you're just like beneath me type shit.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is something that I actually
Yeah, it's
always
either
been,
one or the other. Yeah.
I've always been interested. Like,
extreme.
what's this whole thing where like I've been seeing a lot of videos in Old Town Scottsdale specifically.
Seriously?
Where, like girls are beating the shit out of dudes.
Oh, that fucking black fucking that
the
black
one that I already
bitch?
posted. Like, why are what is
Literally,
going-
like fucking
like
close fist.
smack him, punch him,
Yeah.
and then and of
And
course
the guy was just like
the
this.
guy just like takes
Dude,
it.
I would
you
have
know?
fucking caught her fist midair and like
Dude.
not punch her, just fucking.
But it's
caught
just
the
like
fist,
no, but the guys
hold on
don't even
it,
try
like,
to defend
dude, don't
themselves.
fuck-
They just take
You
punch
have
after
the
punch.
right to fucking if you're getting punched like that. I saw that video, dude. He has the right to fucking do something.
But the thing is
right?
like he's not doing anything, which is like so noble of you, right? But then they just keep hitting you over and over, and it's like, bro, like what?
And she was black. Why are black women stereotypically
Black women
obnoxious?
are like men, bro.
What?
Like the
Yeah, the guy was a pussy.
like they're
more
just,
fault on the man.
I don't know. I
He
feel
was, do
like
you see him? His shoulders were rolled forward.
So remember I told you I don't really like white girls or black girls.
You what?
I'm not really into like white chicks or black chicks.
yeah.
Like as far as like what I'm into.
Nice.
And like I think one of the main reasons I'm not into black girls is because they're not feminine to me. I like feminine women. I like women that are feminine. They're like masculine. They're like fucking, they're like the homies.
Why are they? Yes,
they can fuck me and my boy up. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm not
black
trying
girls
to get
are
yelled
loud,
at.
obnoxious, masculine. Like, why are they fitting that stereotype?
Too much.
It's the full black ones. The ones that are mixed, they're okay.
Well, and then they carry themselves like they're like this, all this like.
They're always fat. I don't know what I think of. Okay, no, some of them are in really good shape.
Yeah, the best is when like these girls will go out and they'll be like, I'm a bad bitch, and it's like, well, I mean, are you really? Because like if you took off the eyelashes and the makeup, like would you go outside looking the way
you're
you
a bad bitch? And why are you fucking trying to seek our validation?
Why do you have a mask on?
The whole
take all that shit off,
makeup industry,
come out like a dude,
yeah,
and come out just like all we have is a haircut, right? Like come out, get your hair done, style your hair up, come outside, and let's see if you got that same confidence of I'm a bad bitch now, competing with all these other girls. You know what I mean? Like that's. Anyways,
you know it's crazy too. Girls say like, "Oh, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a boss ass bitch." It's like, then bitch, like the whole makeup industry was made to please men.
100%.
They're like, dude, it's like, well, you're not
all the things that are done for them.
They're like, oh yeah, I wear it for myself,
for
bitch.
Us.
Then wear makeup at fucking home the whole time. Like the whole time, wear makeup at home. It's like truly for yourself. I get like looking good for yourself, and stuff like that.
It's like, how come you don't feel like you want to look good for yourself at home by yourself?
Yeah.
Only when you go out.
Yeah,
because you want other people to approve of the way you look. You know what I mean?
They naturally seek validation from men.
Which
but
is
you know
okay.
what's crazy? So like going to this whole like dude, women being masculine thing. I think most of the problems in this world that we're seeing today, I've been saying this to like so many people recently, is because things are being switched. Males are becoming feminine, and then females are becoming masculine. And look what happens when you put females.
We're swapping roles.
Yeah, and when you put females in charge of more shit and being the alphas, bro, we're in chaos right now because females are like, dude, there's alpha, there's beta. We need to fucking have things in their place because women are becoming this super alpha. It's like, dude, I was told my ex, like, bitch, don't fucking make decisions for our relationship. You do everything way too fucking emotionally. Like, I'll make decisions, or at least make decisions for yourself. But don't make decisions for me. Like fucking put yourself in a box and you make your own decisions, but don't make it for us because you suck at making decisions. She never made good decisions for us, dude. Like, and that's what, and dude, it took me years to figure this out, but I didn't figure this out from watching any of these. There's like all these fucking, like red pill, like anti-women podcasts. Dude, I already had all this stuff like in my head. And it took me a while, like years to go through it. To where I was like, oh, wow, dude, my relationship is suffering with this girl because I've let her make decisions for us.
Well, I think a lot of the issues, like a lot of the reasons why we have issues with relationships these days is because people look at relationships as like, it's like who's winning, right? Like I'm going to go in, I'm going to keep score. Like I did this for that person. So now I expect them to do something for me. And it's like, it's not, hey, we're a team. It's like two different teams playing for themselves. Yeah, relationships. It's like who's trying to outshine each other, but it's like, yo, relationship is you're no longer a singular person. You don't do things for you. You do things for us. Like it's a two people thing, right? You become one, but it's not viewed that way. It's like, all right, I did this, so like, what are you gonna do? Like it's transactional. It's all transactional.
50-50, you pay for this.
Yeah,
what do you think of that? What do you think of that? What do you think of guys who really 50-50 everything with their wives or girlfriends? I don't believe in that 50-50 shit.
I don't know. I just feel like growing up the way I did.
Like when you split the rent, like no, bitch, I'll pay for it. Just fucking be good in other areas.
I grew up where for me it was like you don't date a girl if you can't afford it. Like if you can't like you know what I mean? Like so for me, letting a girl pay for dinner,
because my money is our money, her money is her money.
Like I don't get that. Like I've always told my girls that I've ever dated, like, look, if you want to go and like, I'm gonna take care of stuff out. Like if I asked you out, I'm paying, right? Like I asked you out, like this is my thing, right? But like my thing is like when we go out, whatever you need, I got you. You're my queen. But if when we're at home, like I'm the king. Like take care of me. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see it.
Give me a massage when I get home.
Like
massage
whatever you want when we're out. Like the world's yours. I got you.
Yeah.
But in the house, like take care of me. You know what I mean? Like that's how I've always viewed it. And if you can't take care of your woman like that, then like why are you in a relationship? You know? Because then it's just a burden on you. And I just feel like you should, as men
Honestly,
should be able to provide.
I think 90% of the men, they should be focusing on themselves and they should get out of their relationships.
Well, if men focus on themselves, they'd get so much further in life for sure.
And how many men are settling? Like, this is really like, why I'm fucking single. I'm like, dude, why should I fucking settle for like, I want this type of girl. Why should I settle and be in some bullshit like, you know, placeholder fucking relationship? Like that was one of the biggest things I had fucking like this year too. I was like, no, dude, this is the type of girl I want. And to get this type of girl, unfortunately, I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to work on myself.
How old are you now?
27, just turned 27.
27. So basically,
we have some time.
By the time you hit 30,
yeah,
like most men, by the time, well, not most men, I would say like a lot of men between ages of 30 to 40 or even 30 to 50, that's when they like
peak,
find their way in life.
Their groove, yeah.
Something happens, they start a business, they this, that, like that's when they really figure shit out. But it's because they had all these distractions on the way up.
Yeah.
Right? And so then you can really dive in and...
Dude, I wish I was fucking your age again.
Well, I mean...
I wish... Just give me an extra 2-3 years back.
But like if we didn't chase pussy and if we didn't like focus on women, like imagine all the energy that could be used towards like starting a business or like trying to do something that's going to actually help you. Like none of this shit's going to do anything for you, dude. Yeah. Like... And the crazy thing is like you can. We just need to legalize prostitution, so then guys can like get their thing going and then call it a day.
What do you guys think?
Dude,
I like that one.
Prostitution needs to be legalized across the board. What do you mean?
Why isn't it? Why is prostitution not legalized?
I honestly don't understand. I don't know
because I think most other countries. I don't know why it's not legalized.
Most countries, to my knowledge, is legal or frowned upon, but it's like they'll let you do it.
Dude, there's already a version of prostitution going on now. All these chicks.
OnlyFans is literally, bro, like the prostitution happens. It's just still taboo. It's not, and you can get in trouble. It's still technically illegal. They need to change all that shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Imagine how many less crazy people we'd have in the world.
I mean, dude, fuck it. Might as well just clean it up, you know?
Most men just need to get a little nut out, dude. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like, it really is all you need. Like, and
something
then you're back
that we
to
talk
life.
about often, too. It's cheaper if, like, most guys are just in relationships because they just want to have consistent sex. What do you think? I think most guys are just because they want something emotionally. They need someone to like comfort them, little bitches.
Sex.
And then definitely they want consistent sex.
Image. Mm-hmm. Right? Like you want to be perceived by other people as like, look at me, I got a bad bitch, I got a stable life, I got a
dude.
Like image, right?
Who do you know that has an attractive girlfriend though? Like
I have clients that have attractive girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, that's actually you know a lot of people. Yeah.
I do know a lot of people.
Yeah, but, you know way more.
But
people.
like
just you have what, like 700-800 clients? 700?
Well, I feel
nobody.
Like, but what does that even? But what would that mean? Like, what are you trying? What's the point with that? What are you trying to get at with that?
Well, you have like 700 clients.
No. You're saying, how many guys do I know are dating beautiful women or something like that?
Oh yeah, because they're just fucking like settling. It's like they know they're settling too. They'd rather all be with somebody like harder, maybe more feminine, more caring. They'd all rather be with somebody better than they're currently with.
Well, yeah, I mean,
for so many of my friends, they fucking talk about all these other hotter chicks on Instagram, but they just can't get them because they haven't put in the work and focus on them and built themselves up.
They want to be able to get a girl where they could show off on Instagram and go out in person and be like, image and. I think company, like, right, having someone that always like.
I guess my point is, bro, fucking these guys need to work on themselves more before they go trying to fill a void with a girl. Instead, already be complete and then go find a fucking girl. I think a lot of me, I know I want to fucking drop that gorgeous girl, but dude, that's gonna take a lot of work on my end in the sense that I'm gonna have to like fucking work really hard in life, make a fucking lot of money, you know, have my shit fucking together, you know, emotionally be mature and all that stuff. And just be like a very successful person and network, look, status.
I feel like that shit doesn't even matter anymore these days. It's like
what, money?
Yeah, I feel like money is like I don't even think money does it. I think it's more like for the type of girl you're looking for. I think
status, network, and looks. That's the trinity.
Status and lifestyle.
Status typically that comes along with money.
Yeah, but it's lifestyle, right? Like what type of a lifestyle can you provide me? That's what women are looking for.
Literally
They're
money.
Looking. Yes, but like but money can mean so many different things, right? Like. If you make $250,000 a year, you're doing great, right? But then if you're making $10 million a year, that's a different lifestyle.
I think you have to make 6 figures a month, dude. That's 6 figures a month. Then you
6 figures a month.
Then you can start. That's $100,000 to $999,999.
6 figures a month would be
You can start doing some shit with that.
Well, and what's crazy is like you have to do that here. You go to any other country, bro. If you make 6 figures in a year, you
6 figures every 10 years.
You're a fucking god. You know what I mean? Like you can literally save a whole fucking village. You know what I mean? Like
you could provide. You
can save a whole
enemy. I could have a fucking village of women that I'm dating.
That would be
the fucking computer keeps falling asleep. 1 second.
Let's start wrapping this up, though.
We haven't even dived deep on anything.
Well, this is the first one, and like it's getting late. I do actually need a fucking.
How many minutes have we gone so far?
I don't know.
Anyways, dude, let's talk about fucking business. So, all right.
Last topic.
Yeah, last topic. Let's talk about business. Let's help people. So, dude, so you got interest. So you moved out of the house at fucking 18. You've been living on your own since 18?
Yes. I moved out.
How did all this kind of give me the? We're gonna be here for a minute. Give me how did we get to here today? You know, nice barbershop. You have fucking employees. I still want to see you fill out the rest of these chairs, bro. He has 2 employees right now.
Well,
can you condense it in a nutshell, you think? So you moved out of the house at 18. How are you able, bro? What the fuck? Hold on. How are you able to move out of the house at 18?
Well, I
know a guy who's 34 living at home.
Well, I mean, growing up, so I guess when it really all started is when I was in school. I started losing more and more interest in the actual school part of school and gained more interest in the socializing and the business aspect. And what I mean by business is like
business aspect of school.
So like what I would do is like I went to a school was like primarily Mexican people, and
They'd
these
sell
Mexicans
candies?
loved candy. They like chips, gum, like they anything that was like a couple dollars would just go.
Bro,
and I learned that quick, right? And like, so what I decided to do is like, all right, I would go to the store, I'd buy the chips that everybody loved, I'd buy the candy, whatever the things that people wanted, and I'd bring a backpack full of I was solving people's problems. They're hungry, they want snacks. I'm the solution, right?
So how old were you when you started selling snacks?
That's crazy. High school. So what, freshman year?
Wow.
So what is that, like 15, 14? Yeah. I just started, I started, well, how it initially started is when I was in middle school, in fifth grade. My friend Ryan, he actually comes to me to get haircuts to this day, elementary school friend. So this guy, growing up, I wasn't able to have like unhealthy food, snacks, and I love chips. And he would always bring like Funyuns, and I fucking loved Funyuns. And I'd be like, dude, give me your Funyun bag. I'll trade you this, that. And then I was like, I'll give you money. And the money got him to go. So I started giving him a couple dollars, $5. At one point, I gave him $20 for a bag of chips.
What?
Crazy is I just was fiending for it. I needed chips. I really wanted chips.
So there's literally like a supply and demand thing and going on in these schools.
At least that's how I looked at like, and then so when I ended up going to high school.
You see people paying $20 for a bag of chips back then?
I did it.
Oh.
I was just that
bro,
hungry.
back then, that's a lot of
money.
money.
But dude, so eventually when I started going to middle school, I would like to ride my bike to middle school. And so I would just stop at CVS, $1, get a big bag of chips, 50 cents, get a drink, like that was my like life for years. But then when I went to high school, I was like, I can make a business out of this. So I just started like buying shit that people wanted and selling it. And then it would be like
profit margins?
Oh, dude, crazy.
Really?
I could make like $20 off one bag of chips.
Get the fuck
out. A big bag, like Takis. Because the thing is it would turn into like, it would turn into an auction.
Liquor store? Oh.
It would turn into an auction. Here's what happened. I'd take out a bag of chips. I'd open it. Everybody hears it. Everyone's like, let me have some, let me have some. I'm like, I'll give a couple to my friends. And I'll be like, listen, I don't have enough to just hand out, but I can sell it by the handful, or somebody could buy the whole bag off me. And it would be like, all right, how much you want for a handful? I don't know, give me a couple dollars. All right, cool.
Yeah.
A couple dollars. And then it would be like, oh, I'll buy the whole bag. I'll give you $5. And it'd be like, I'll give you $7. It would turn into like every day. It would just be this thing.
Every day would be
I got
like
to a
that?
point where I was bringing 3 to 6 big bags of Takis to school every day. Like I'd bring a whole backpack just full of chips. Just random shit.
How much were you just doing in sales a day?
I honestly do not remember, but I think freshman year I made like at least $6,000.
What?
Yeah. Pens, pencils. I would fix pens and pencils that I'd find on the floor and then like repair anything, dude, because I enjoyed making money. That's all I cared about. I didn't give a fuck about school. Gave up on all that shit, and I was like, I'm enjoying making money because money is a tool to get me things that I want. And so I was like, I'm just gonna make money.
Straight to the bullshit, because what I don't like about school, it's like, yeah, here, do all this stuff so that you can make money. It's like, no, let's just focus on the making money.
Well,
all this history and social studies and all this gay shit.
I just got to a point where I was like, all right, well,
you made $6,000 and dude, that's like no expenses. That's
and I made money. I was basically making money my whole life, like just small little things here and there. I always worked with my family.
This is like 10 years ago too, right?
10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. And then eventually I just saved all my money. And when I moved out, I don't know how much money I had saved up, but I probably had like, I don't know. I definitely had over 10 grand saved up. Yeah. So you have 10, 15 grand with you at 18, you move out, you can make something happen. I was being very like safe with my money and very like stingy. I mean, when I moved out, I didn't realize it would be.
How were you able to move out, get approved for your lease? Did you have to have your parents?
No, so what was crazy is I didn't realize how much work, like stuff goes into moving out, right? Like I just packed my stuff, went in my car, and I was like, all right, now what?
I moved here with a duffel bag.
I literally slept in my car for a couple, like a week, I think, until the guy that I was working with found out that I was living in the car because of the situation that I moved out, and he was like, dude, just come and stay with me until you figure something out.
Who are you working with? Or what do you?
My boy Danny. He's a barber. I was a barber at his shop.
Already at 18?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I turned 19 at that point.
Oh,
so I was
18 on 19.
I was going on to 19.
Still
18 going on to 19,
so you moved out and you were just living in your car for like.
So I was living in my car for like a week, like 5 days or so, and just living out of my car. And then I would go to work, and then I just sleep in my car. I'd lay there.
Why would you want to sleep in your car than stay with your parents' house or something?
Well, because I wanted like freedom. When I live, you know how it is, and when you're in like a foreign household, it's like there's strict rules and they're trying to protect you. But what they don't realize is like, you're like restricting me from like going out into the real world and figuring shit out and enjoying my life and living my life. And so I wanted freedom, and so I just left. And like my parents knew I didn't just like pack my shit and like disappear, And so eventually, like, I stayed with him for a month until I could find a place, and I was just searching and searching and searching, and I was just gonna like rent a room out from somebody because it was cheap. And then I went apartment shopping with my best friend to this day, and we went to like pretty much everywhere, like 40 different places. Ended up going to this place across the street from where he lives, which is where I'm staying now, dude. I was able to. They told me it would be 2 months till I can get a spot. There was somebody that was trying to move out early, and they made something happen where I basically had to wait 2 weeks, and I stayed with my friend for those other 2 weeks. So I bounced around for a couple friends. I was basically without somewhere to live for about 2 months. And then it should have been 3 or 4, but I was able to get a lease earlier, and then I didn't need to.
How did they approve?
They just did.
When did you start building credit? 18? You got a credit card right at
my parents put me on their credit card when I was even younger, so like I already had like a good credit.
Building credit. Oh.
So I was already building credit, and so yeah, like it wasn't like somewhere fancy. It was pretty low income, like apartment complex.
Dude, you moved out.
But dude, literally, it was like $1,100 rent for.
So you started cutting hair around then, right? When did you start cutting hair? And how quickly did you like pick it up and get decent?
I mean, I've been cutting hair for about 7 years now, and I still don't think that like. I still think there's so much more to learn. Like
that's crazy.
I think my brother's one of the best barbers I've ever known, and we were just talking about this the other day. He was like, dude, even at 7, 8 years, I was cutting hair, and I still thought that I wasn't great. And like, really? I think he's an amazing barber, and to this day, he doesn't even think he's that great.
Wow.
I just feel like in this industry, it's art, and like you can get so much better every day. Yeah. Like I'm actually booking. I was telling you, I'm gonna take a class like at the end of this month or at the end of December. Yeah. Like I'm always constantly learning and furthering my education. Hair is like. There's new styles happening every day and every year all around the world. So like you have to make sure that you can keep up and do everything. And I don't want to be one of those.
Hair is
one of those barbers that's like, it's progressive, right?
Yeah,
like,
hair is changing.
It's trendy. So yeah, like I guess like back to like the whole moving out. Like I don't know. I just somehow I was able to figure it out, and then I was working and.
It's funny because you don't see our generation do that. Like, dude, I didn't fucking do that. You see,
it's just different.
Our parents' generation did that. Like, live in a car for a little.
No. Our parents' generation, the way it works is you stay in the fucking house until you get married. We'll take care of you, and then once you get married, then
no, like what I mean is like our parents came
like
here,
the hard
from another country, and then that's right, yeah.
Well, because for me, like a lot of people try to tell me like, oh, dude, that must have been really difficult for you. Like, yeah, it wasn't easy, but dude, my parents had to like immigrate here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
from a country where they had everything and knew everything to a place where they didn't even know the language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's insane to think about.
Like that's crazy.
I think of it in reverse. It's insane to me.
Well, so you try to tell me that like what I did is hard. My parents like they had to come here without like I guess it just depends on what you grew up with, right? Like I didn't have the privilege of like having all these things growing up, so I didn't want to live that life of like poverty or not having enough or not being able to provide for your family or low income where you're like check to check. Like I've seen it. I grew up in it. I don't want that shit. So like you run away from it by working hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put in the hard work, you don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
So, but to get to where I'm at today, I don't know, dude. That's like a really long. It's a long story. It's a long story of how I got here. It's just a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and like don't give up. You know.
Yeah.
I know it sounds cheesy, but like
no, it is. I mean, it's consistency. It's like you're a product of what you do every day. You know.
Absolutely, but I think it's unfair too because a lot of
But people are just going to see it because we meet people all the time and they're always like, oh my God, wow, that's so cool. You have like your own shop and like this and that. And dude, yeah, you have a shop in fucking Scottsdale.
Like, oh, you're doing so great. And I'm just like, am I though?
Yeah, that's how
like,
I feel
I don't think that I'm doing that. I think I'm doing good. I don't think I'm doing like exceptionally great.
But, like, bro, compare yourself to the person who just delivered our pizza. Like, holy fuck. Like, dude, the journey from that to like, to get here. So when did you start making, like, do you remember your big like fan? Like, I remember my first $1,000 day. Then I remember my first like $2,000 a day, and then like up like 3, 4, so on and so forth. You know, like when did you? What was the first big milestone for you doing hair? Like when was like, oh fuck, dude, I can do something with this. I can make some money off this shit.
Pretty early on, I realized it because it's just numbers. But for me,
I never be a volume guy.
I never wanted to own a barbershop. I never wanted the responsibility. That shit kind of scared me because my older brother that I was just mentioning earlier, he owned his own first barbershop at 19, and that's
crazy.
The shit that he went through, like the stress that he went through with it, was insane. It looked like it fucked him up, and so I didn't want to go through that. So I didn't want to run a business. I just wanted to find. My goal was to find a business where I could be appreciated and I can put my work ethic should be enough. Like, I'm going to make you a fuck ton of money. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to be a good employee. Make sure that I get paid for it. Like, as long as we can help each other out.
Employer or boss?
No, like this is when I was working for people.
Got it.
Like, I'm going to find a place where like I'm going to get rewarded for the work I put in, because I'm not the average barber, bro. I'm the guy that's coming in early, staying late, taking more appointments. Like, my shit's on point, you know? Just like, you don't have to worry about me, but I'm also your highest performing barber. I'm your greatest asset to your business.
Oh, were you the best performing barber?
Yeah, anywhere I ever went to. Every shop, I always made the most money. Didn't matter if there was...
What were you making at the time? Like 6, 7 years
working as a barber, dude? Yeah. I mean, dude, you in the beginning, probably making like anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 a year.
Okay.
And then you work your way up to working for somebody, I don't know, 75 to like 85,000, and then it started to get
when
to a point.
When did you hit the 6-figure point, Mark? 100,000.
The moment I opened up my own studio. Wow. Yeah, because
your own studio.
Well, I think I was pretty close, or I was potentially hitting it after tips with my other space. But I remember I was working 2 jobs. I was working at 2 barbershops, 100+ hour weeks, like killing myself.
Fuck.
Then once I opened up my suite, I was able to collect all the money for myself.
Your numbers now are so much more conducive for you to hit 6 figures easy.
Dude, as soon as I opened up my studio, I was able to...
Studio was how many years ago?
That was 3 or 4 years ago.
So at this time, you're fucking 20 or 21 and you're making 6 figures.
So I was...
It's so funny because, dude, my friends are in like... Some of my friends... Okay, man, I won't say
21,
like
yeah, 21.
Yeah,
I was making...
They're in their late 20s and they're like, yeah, my goal is to make 6
figures.
figures a year. And I'm like... Dude, the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do in 6 figures a year? You go out in Old Town, I make 100,000. Bitch is gonna spit on you, punch you in the face.
Well, what's crazy
and say,
is
no,
like,
you're not gonna buy me a drink, nigga.
For me, when I got my first $100,000, I was like, this is such a huge milestone. But then looking back at it now, like, dude, 100 grand doesn't do anything for you. And even then, when I hit it, like, it wasn't like,
not
oh my
to
God,
shame anybody who makes less than 100,000.
It just doesn't go far anymore these days.
This camera, I don't want to come off as like a dick. We will on this podcast end up, showing you guys ways how you can make more money. I truly believe, and maybe you believe this too, I can teach anybody how to make 5 figures a month. So that's 10 G's plus a month. That's pretty good, dude. Take home 10 grand.
That's 6 figures a year.
It's 120K a year. So at 10 G's at least, it's like, dude, at least the bills are paid for. If you can take home 10 G's a month, right? Take home. The bills are paid for. You're not chasing bills. You're not behind on anything. And, you could definitely go out still, even though as much inflation everything is. I mean, let's just say your rent is like $3,500 a month if you live somewhere nice. Then you still have another, $6,500 to play with, $6,500 a month to play with. It's like,
yeah, I think the biggest thing is saving, right? Or understanding your expenses.
Having your money work for you is probably the biggest thing. But it's hard to, first you have to have
some sort of income. You got to make the money. I think the biggest thing is the journey of like, all right,
God, that came on.
Put in the work hard.
Yeah.
Appreciate and value your money. So
but there's a lot of people that do work. Like their definition is working hard. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go work fucking 2 jobs, like a grocery store. I'm gonna work at a restaurant as a server.
That's great. That's a great start. But you can't. You have to create
also,
a plan.
It's something of working smarter, and that's what school really fucks people up with. You learn more from, I guarantee you, selling these fucking chips and Takis about supply, demand, sales. It's insane. You learn more from that than you did in all your school.
100%.
From selling fucking chips.
100%, yeah. actually, the crazy thing is like selling all that stuff and creating my own little business within the school actually got me to where I'm at today. Yeah. Like I dropped out. I gave up.
Wait, really? You don't even have a GED?
I don't know. I didn't even finish school.
No fucking way.
Dude, I had people telling me like,
you're gonna be a loser.
You're never gonna make it, and they're in college with debt right now. And like, I own my business,
Fuck.
and it's like I didn't even finish. I didn't even finish the easiest schooling system in America, and it's not because I'm stupid.
America is, apparently has like the easiest.
But the thing is like I was a really good student like until like 6th grade hit 5th grade. That was when I was like, I'm doing the same shit every year. Yeah. Every fucking year I'm doing the same thing for what? And then I'm approaching 6th grade.
And they teach the same history over and over.
And then you have another 6 years. And then you go to college with another 4 years. And it's like, bro,
then you go to graduate school for another 2.
It just doesn't end. And so like, I hate this. I want to make money.
Yeah.
I want to make money. So I found a way to do it. And because of that, it distracted me from school. So I just focused on the money part.
Yeah.
And then eventually, my parents used to, like bad grades were not acceptable. Yeah. And then it got to a point to where my dad was literally like, I'm tired of beating your ass, bro. Like, are you going to fucking get this shit done?
Beat you?
Well,
like
you know.
Hit you, spank you or something?
Yeah, my dad, like for sure.
Good.
He went, for sure. Like that was just, it's just how it went, you know, like.
It's funny. I was never like spanked or anything. But I like found discipline on my own and like work ethic on my own.
Which is, well, you know, and, I guess they're just doing what they knew, right? But it's crazy because like all of those things that I did got me to where I'm at today, and I didn't even like it distracted me from school, but because of that, I was able to. My dad gave me the option to leave school, and when he did. You know when I left school, bro? So freshman year I go to high school, I think I made like $6,000 or $8,000 that year. Sophomore year, I already was failing by the end of the semester. I was just like getting like C's, D's, and F's, and maybe like.
Were you going to class?
I was going to class.
Really?
I would literally go to class to sell shit and sleep. Like I had certain classes where I would literally just straight up sleep. Like physics class, sleep. Yeah. Chemistry, sleep. Like I would literally just catch up on bed. Like I'd be out all night. I'd get up. I'd stay up playing video games. Like I gave up on school completely.
Yeah.
And I would just do the things that were fun to me. And then my dad was just like, listen, are you going to like do this? Like, so have you ever seen that movie with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how like there's a scene where Snoop Dogg wears the varsity jacket and it's got like every year that he's been in school.
Yeah.
And my dad used that as a reference. He's like, are you going to be like Snoop Dogg with like 50 years in one high school, like trying to finish school, or are you going to get this shit done? Because the more time you spend wasting your time, the longer you're going to be here. And I was like, honestly, like I hate all this. I don't want to stop
going to school. What a boss.
And so my dad literally was like, dude, then why don't you just like. The guy that used to beat my ass for getting bad grades was like, why don't you just quit? He's like, why don't you just quit and come work with me?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, definitely. I'm going to make money. Fuck yeah. So I started working with my dad. Sophomore year. So
you literally did not even, you didn't go to school past.
I did. So I went.
So confused.
It's
crazy.
I know. So I went to school freshman year. And then second year, I went to Primavera online so that I could work.
What's that?
It's just an online high school.
Oh, okay.
So this way I was like, well, I can work and then I'm not distracted in school because I was getting distracted by doing the shit that I was supposed to be doing, like selling and socializing. So I was like, all right, I'm going to work with my dad and then I'm just going to take some time to go to the library and do my school online.
Yeah.
I did that. It was great for a couple months and then I was like, this is boring.
Okay, yeah.
By the end of the year, I wasn't doing S grade either. And my dad was just like, what are we? I'm like, all right, we're done. So I literally just stopped going to school, and no one ever called me. That was it. Stopped going to school and went to work with my dad.
Never called or anything?
Nope. I just stopped. They didn't even give a fuck, dude. They don't care, bro. And I just stopped. And then after working with my dad for about 6 months, in the same plaza, like 7 doors down,
no way,
on the corner, there was a shoe repair. And I told my dad that I wanted my own business. Like I want to open up my own. I don't want to work for you. I want to work.
And now you have.
So he bought me for $25,000. He bought me that business. Dude, within the first,
that business?
So he went over there and we just bought his existing business, bought the dude out, negotiated down to 25 grand. I built that business up, bro. I fucking scaled it. We were making so much money.
What were you guys doing?
Shoe repair. I was a shoe repair cobbler, like.
So you know,
so like leather goods, luggage, yeah, all that stuff, dude. I used to do all that. So I was 16 years old. So at 16, I ran my own business, thanks to my father. And my mom was there for a few months, and I was like, I don't need you here. I got this. So I literally ran it. And then, like, I made some poor decisions. Like, on my second year in, and I just started to like neglect the business and like focus. I was like into video games, and I started playing video games and prioritizing that over the business. And
video games is a killer, dude.
It definitely affected the business, but even at the worst, the business still made every year more than what it was prior to us owning it. So like that's good, but I definitely started to kill it, and I was just like, look, I need to do something different. I'm a very social butterfly. Like I need to meet people. I can't be in a room by myself just working on like stuff. Like I can't. It's like being in a cubicle. I can't do it.
That's true. Yeah.
My personality demands interaction.
Okay.
Right. And so I was like, well, my brother's a barber. Maybe I can go try that.
And
I don't have to go to college.
Age?
I was that was 18.
Senior? Okay.
Going on to 19.
Okay.
And I was just like, well, if I can try barbering, which I hated the idea of it, but like I could try it. Because my brother did, and he tried to get me to do it, so I just didn't want to.
Yeah, and you saw him all stressed out and shit.
But yeah, so I was like, well, look.
How much older is your brother than you?
14 months.
Oh, wow.
Very short.
Close in age, shit.
But like, look, I didn't go to, so I'd have to go back to school to get a degree or a GED, which is like, I don't want to fucking do that.
To go to barber school, you have to get a GED?
Well, to do anything, like any type of work. I'm just like, what other options do I have for work? What can I do to make money?
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at my options, and I'm like, well, the only thing I can think of that's simple is barber school, right? 10 grand, 9 months. I have a job. If I absolutely fucking hate it, I could still make money, and I have two different trades under my belt. And I started doing it, and I actually fell in love with it because I was good at it. And I think whenever you're good at something, you fall in love with it naturally. And so, like one thing led to the next. Started getting more and more into it. Went from shop to shop. Found a place I liked. Once I realized that I couldn't grow any more in that business, I opened up my own suite. And then once I got to a point at my suite where I was like, I can't really scale this anymore because there's only one of me, I decided I'm going to open up my own business because I can have multiple versions of myself making me money.
Exactly. Yeah.
And scale it. So I've been here. I've actually had this business now since last year of July or June or July. And it's crazy. It's gotten a lot busier, but it's not where I want it to be yet, but we're scaling. It's growing. I'm still doing better than what I would be if I was by myself.
Dude. You have a fuck ton of Google reviews.
Leave me a review, please.
Yeah. HQ Barbershop.
HQ Barbershop. Yeah, we're at like 250 5-star reviews. So
dang. And that's just from in 1 year?
A little over a year.
A year and a few months, right? Like 3 months, 4 months.
So
that's insane, bro.
I honestly want to get it to 1,000 because I feel like that's a crazy number.
So much, yeah.
And like you just stand out so much more than other barbershops. And like,
if you like really pedal to the metal, how quickly do you think you get to 1,000? That requires a lot of consistency. You have to be on top of the please leave a review.
I'll tell you this, like
follow up.
We just tell people, like, we just casually let people know, like on the way out, like, oh, that was such a good haircut. I loved it. All right, cool. You know what you can do to help our business out? Leave us a review. And a lot of people will, but a lot of people forget. So like with the amount that we've been like, if you want to say pushing it or like telling people, I'd say in the last 8 weeks,
get a lot of reviews too.
Well, I've trained them to like
almost 100 reviews.
That's trained insane. These guys to like. Dude, literally, like we've gotten probably 50 reviews in the last 8 weeks.
Yeah,
like we're just trying to get every person to leave us a review because it's like.
Wait, how many? 50 in the last 8 weeks?
I think like 40 or 50 in the last like 6 to 8 weeks. No, 8 weeks.
Bro. Dude,
so we've just been pushing it.
Like I'd be.
Dude, you just gotta push it.
I've been actually doing a lot better. I've been getting more reviews.
What you could do is create like a link and then have something like, "Thank you for buying. Thank you for purchasing this and that. Please let people. Please share your experience." On Google and let people know. You know what I mean? Like, leave us a review, click this link. Takes 2 seconds, you know? Click, 5 stars, done, you know, or if they don't like it, they can complain. But usually, you know, we don't like those.
Yeah, I know.
We need to go into a more of a deeper dive of my whole story, but that's kind of like, I mean, we had a barber here that was here before when I took over, and I mean, he was here for 6 years, and yeah, like. He was doing the same numbers as the guys that I have now, and they were here for under a year. So it's the amount of work you want to put in. It's your work ethic. It all shows. If you want to put in the work and you want to grind, you could do 30, 40, 50, 60 services in a week, and you can make a lot of money. But
it's crazy, bro, because it's
you control your income in this industry.
You do.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are lazy, so they don't.
To an extent, yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't want to make. They don't want to put in. They want to make a lot of money.
That's
but they don't
what I
put in
really loved about business, like especially like so. If you guys don't know, like my main business still is a detail. I say main business because I still think it's making more. By the end of the year, this one I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. next year I think ammo will make more definitively, but this year I think detailing. I don't know. Actually, ammo's picking up a lot. I don't know, but that's what I really liked. I was like, I always liked a job. I haven't worked for anybody since I was like 22, 20. So yeah, I've been working for myself for the last 5 years. But I always liked it where I can like, to an extent, make as much money as I wanted to. Like my problem with working for people, believe it or not, was they didn't let me work enough.
Yeah, same.
I was like, dude,
yeah, like why are you not letting me make
32 hours a week bullshit?
Why aren't you
Let's
letting me make more money for you? You know?
Yeah, like let's do fucking 100 hours a week.
Well, were you doing like W-2 or you were working like a 9 to 5 kind of deal?
Yeah, dude, I wasn't an
well, so that's crazy because that makes sense because like
I was working like AMC theaters.
Dude, I'm talking about I was working at a barber shop where literally I have a key to the business and I could be open as the later you let me open, the more money we'll make. And we were working next to a club, and he was like, I think it's a bad look for us to be like Blue Martini across the street. He was like, I think it's a bad look for us to be open this late. I'm like, what do you mean?
How late were you guys opening up?
So we were open till 7, and I stayed there till like 8, 9 o'clock. And he was
and
like,
the club was like starting to pop off.
We're making so much. You know how many drunk people walk by that want haircuts that are just like throwing money at us and like leaving us good reviews and they love this place.
Bro, what?
Like we're making, I was getting exposure to the business by just being open. Like the door was open. People were like, oh shit, you're open. Like,
what year? What year? In the like what?
This was like
year
4 years ago.
Or something.
This is like it's like the year 3 into the business.
And you guys were just across from a nightclub, staying fucking open.
And I was open. Dude. Everyone else the shop was closed, but I had the key and I just stayed late because I tried to make the more money. I tried to make a lot of money. You know, like the thing is like when I started, haircuts were like,
bro,
$15.
How do I still people doing $8?
I was getting 50%. So the only way you can make money is volume. I was cranking out
$30. $15 only you were charging?
That was what the shops were charging where I was working, and I'd get 50%. So what are you getting? $8 a haircut? You know how many fucking
bro.
10 haircuts is not even $100. Dude, I was able to pull together maybe like on average of like $300 to $400 a day
after payout to the shop.
Yes.
That's
with
insane
tips.
volume. I don't even. Oh, okay.
With tips.
Thank God. Yeah,
but like, bro, I was cranking out 20, 30, 40 haircuts a day. Well, never 40. I would say like 34 is the highest I ever did. 36, the most I ever did in a day.
36?
It's a lot of humans.
How was your work though? Was it kind of just quicker than now?
It was definitely quicker, but you learn to adapt to be quicker. I mean, you're definitely like cutting corners. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a perfect haircut every time.
Not bad way cutting corners.
But I would say it was a 7 out of 10 on average.
Yeah.
So pretty solid, but...
So everybody was like, what, 30 minutes?
But this is in the hood.
30 minutes?
10, 15 minutes.
What?
I was doing 10 to 20 minute haircuts. I got to a point where I was fast as fuck. Now I take my time.
Yeah,
I
love
pamper
it
my clients.
like the way you run.
But I also charge enough to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm charging $75 a haircut now. I don't charge,
So did you know? But when I started my business, I knew exactly like in the first fucking month, dude. I was like, all right, I know who my target market exactly is. I think what makes business a lot easier is if you know exactly who your target market is, bro. I feel like that makes things a lot easier in business. Did you know who your target market was? Or did you have to get into the... Because now your target market is all high-end clientele.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, at the time, it was
So he's at 125 for a haircut beard. Like, dude, that's going to trim the fat. Like,
well, wow. I think it was just more of like, how many people can I get in my
You're
chair?
more than what my... I had a hairstylist in Bay Area. You're more than what my hairstylist charged. Like, the guy who does women's hair is like... Where the average job is like $600. That's crazy.
Yeah, because of the color. The color is where they make all the money.
Yeah,
100%.
Dude, color is where it's at. That's
color is where the money is at for sure. Because you could do 2 people at once. You can make $500 off each. That's $1,000 2 people.
Oh yeah, easily, bro.
You're just doubled your person. You know what I mean? Like that's great. You just double yourself.
Especially if you're a really good hairstylist, like you're the bomb, and like you also have like a good Instagram following and shit. You can make a fuck ton of money. I'm like looking at some of these hairstylists, and I'm like, wow, dude, they're making money off that. Then they're making money off education. They're traveling around the country and
100%. 100%. The hair industry is really, I think
the hair industry is one of the best industries.
I think hair industry is a cheat code to making 6 figures.
Yeah. There's some businesses that are, like I say, like, dude, I love service-based businesses. Like, I love them. And it's so ironic because I'm doing ammo, which is product, which is so, it's gay in the sense that, yeah, I got to spend 100 G's to make fucking 10 grand or 20 grand, you know? It's fucking gay. Dude, if you make $100,000 in cutting hair, you just made $100,000, you know? versus if I do $100,000 in sales, like I didn't make that much money.
Right.
So, but yeah, did you have a target market?
I was just, no.
You
I
were
was
just.
trying,
It sounds like you.
The goal is to just cut as many heads as I can
Yeah.
in a day. I don't care if you're a crackhead or if you're fucking
That's crazy. Yeah.
Bill Gates' friend. You know what I mean?
Would you change that? Would you build it? Would you have went in with a okay? I want to just focus on.
No, because I had no control over that. I was working for somebody, so none of that shit mattered.
That's true. The shop is the one that
yeah,
that creates
they're the
target
ones who are
market.
providing me the clients.
Yeah.
Like I was. Now, when you get your studio, yeah, like you.
Yeah,
That's
then you
all
can work on target
now
market.
you have to like really zone in on
Yeah.
like that's all you.
Because now with HQ, you guys have a target market clearly, just based off your pricing.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, what's your pricing for a haircut now?
75.
Dang, 75. And then what are they at?
45. So the shop's 45. I'm me being the master barber in this business. It's $75.
Is that what it's actually called? Master
I'm a
barber?
master barber. Yeah.
That's
That's literally my title. I'm a master barber.
Is that a real term in the industry?
That is a real. Google it. Yeah.
What does that mean? What does master
I mean,
barber?
I guess there's a lot of different definitions, but if you've been cutting
That's
hair
sick though, because
for
you
roughly
are a
about
fucking
7
bomb-ass
years,
barber.
if you've been cutting hair for about 7 years, you get that title. To me personally, a master barber is somebody that could basically handle everyone's problems. Like
That's true.
right, like you.
Bro, why
have
don't
the
you get
answer
into
to
the
everything.
education side? Why don't you like
That's something that I'm
like
gonna get more
weaponize the
into.
shop into the sense where it's making more money on some. I mean, bro, the shop is also nice.
Well, that's part of me taking these classes of education because
really?
I can learn.
Do they have
how they run
instructor
it.
classes? Like
Yeah.
they have
So
shit like
the
that?
more I go to those, the more I understand how to structure an education, and then I can have my own education. I already have a place to do it. You know,
It's a nice looking place too.
and we need to do a part 2 because it is.
Yeah, we
time.
definitely need to do a part 2. All right, guys. If you want to see a fucking part 2, drop it in the comments. Part 2, we can actually dive into.
all the details.
Bro, I kind of want to dive into like how you can actually help somebody fucking like make money, and we can dive into like more business stuff that might like help these guys out. But do you think, one last thing, do you think you can teach anybody how to make like 10 grand a month, like doing hair? Give them the blueprint?
I gave Isaiah the blueprint, and he did everything I did. I told him, and he.
What needs to happen for
I
him?
mean,
to
he's
get
not.
he's not at
not,
10 G's a month now.
No, but the thing is the way I used to run this business was you rent a space for me, and if he continued on with his blueprint and got to a point to where like he could scale himself, which it would take time, obviously, easily you can make anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 a month, but it just takes time to scale it easily with a blueprint. But it's one of those things that just takes time. You can't just 1 year of cutting hair, charge $100 and get there. Like no one's gonna, you know what I mean? Like you got to build yourself up.
You
You
have
got
to
to
have
make a
a
name for
$100
yourself.
haircut.
So no, you don't have to. I mean, as long
No, I
as
mean,
you're charging,
like,
as
it
long as
has
you're
to-
charging $35 to $45, you can make 6 figures.
No, but what I mean is like when you have to like say you have to have $100. I mean like if you're charging $100 for a haircut, it better look like a fucking $100 haircut. I think my
100%.
haircut looks like a $100 haircut.
I think so too. Designer haircut.
Huh?
It's a designer haircut.
It literally is a designer haircut, dude. I think. Yeah, my game was on point then.
That's our fucking cue.
That's our cue to get out of here. Anyways, dude, we're fucking
Come
done.
back for part 2, guys.
Yeah, we'll do a fucking part 2, and
It's
part 2
1
we'll be
a.m.
talking about all these fucking bitches and hooking up and Ace's head count.
Oh shit.